Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are a Gargoyle of Ashen Razi, and while we did start off as an Earth Elementalist, we are really open to a lot of possibilities and might be a little bit more generalist, and Ash is going to help us do that by giving us quite a bit more XP for our skills and the ability to move some XP around if we want. We did just kill Sigmund at the end of the last episode. We are leveling up here and have to choose a trait. I think I'm going to keep increasing intelligence for now. Again, we'll probably boost some strength depending on what armor we decide to end up with. But I feel like getting her into maybe like 20 and then, you know, looking into strength and heavier armors and stuff, because we don't know what kind of armor we're going to run into in this game. So there's a Scythe of Slicing, which I believe is the Vorpal thing for Scythe. I don't remember, like, a Scythe is... That's a polearm. Yeah, which we're not doing. Okay, so that's the floor. Now, we know... I'm just peeking here. Yeah, we know we've got Duvesa and Dowan, or whatever they're called, buzzing around here. Is this the safe one? This is the safe stair. I would really like to get a kill on Duvesa first, because Dowan will be a little less hard to deal with when he gets enraged. A lot of level buzzing around here. No immediate threats. I'm going to go and peek down the stair. And we'll probably take this out. How's your AC? Basically nothing. So, Sandblast, if it... Okay, I thought it would actually be quite a bit more lethal. Thought it'd be like one shot, but I guess not. Let's go up and to the left first. Sort of staying away from the Wonder Twins. So we got a worker ant over here. I mean, they're not, you know, super squishy, but... There you go. They're poison. Again, we are fully 100% immune to poison. There you go. We're slinging, and then when they get close, we sandblast them. Okay, so an ogre. So normally at this point, we might be a little scared of the ogre. And don't get me wrong, it can hit hard. Up to 17 damage plus its giant club, which, I don't know, let's call it 10. It's actually probably more than that. So up to 27. We do have some AC. Yeah, okay, so I mean, it could do a tons of damage to us. Let's not deny that. But you can see its AC. It doesn't have a ton of AC, which means it's very vulnerable to sandblasts. Now, how are we on Stone Arrow? 22%. Yeah, I think I'll just sling you. And maybe standing here isn't great, but I'm going to do that anyway. And sandblast you a few times, and that's fine. We get decent XP. Okay, Earth Magic skill is up to 9, which actually gives us the lowest failure risk on Sandblast. Decent amount of power. We get a little bit of hunger from this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off Earth Magic for now. I will turn on spellcasting, but I'm also going to focus maces and flails. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a target of our min delay for our whip, which is 12. Now, this whip is not terribly impressive as is, but we're hoping to find a branded one. And I am looking to have weapon skill. You know, maybe I should just actually not do that right now and just go fighting. Like, let's set a target on spellcasting. Something like 4. That'll be 2 levels from now. Just hopefully to get rid of the hunger on Sandblast and just get us, you know, a little extra stuff. And actually turn on fighting with, like, even a focus on it. Well, tell you what, regular fighting and some regular armor. Because we're killing things pretty good right now. That will change. So we may have to just kill Dowan on his own. Okay, this is sort of the ideal here. Although, with the adder, that's a little annoying. 10 plus short sword. There we go. Good. So, Dowan somewhere is pitching a fit. And he's gonna, you know, do some spells and things. He's gonna blink and generally be annoying. Okay, the Shard of Ice did hurt a lot. But, there we go. I think we got a little unlucky with not killing him a little faster. We'll just fire and spell and rest, and there we go. So, certainly a little bit of a risk there, but I think that was okay. Fire, boom, 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 good. What kind of armor is this? Chainmail. We got a slave. Oh, Pykel's here! So, killing slaves don't give you any experience whatsoever. So, we're going to see if we can just avoid him for now. Pykel is going to carry an enchanted whip. And I would love an enchanted whip. Oh, where'd you go? Dude, did I miss you and you didn't even notice that I shot at you? Oh no, I killed him! Wow, okay, didn't expect that. And there was no blood or anything on the ground. Okay, fighting skill goes up. Okay, so Pykel the Slaver, he is marked as extremely dangerous. He's got decent on AC. He's got a Whip of Freezing, which is not a very impressive brand, unfortunately. Because freezing adds percentage damage based on the base damage of the weapon, and for a whip, it's pretty low. Did he regenerate the damage I did? I think he did. Boom. Just pretty confident we'd be able to take him, though. Bunch of leveled up there. Level 8 reached. Excellent. I mean, we may as well pick up the whip and wield it as well. It's +1. There you go. So we'll drop the old whip. And well, we can drop this club. And then this whip here, I will label it as A, so we can swap between the whip and the hunting sling. But mostly I'm just going to be hunting slinging everything still. Because why not, right? Identify stuff. We'll have to double check to see if we're... Do we have a bunch of potions? We do, actually. So, read, identify, W, mutation, interesting. Read U, T, read U, V. So, we're going to drop the potion of degeneration, because we never want to drink that. We still know about the 1 heal wounds. Oh, yes, I really want to drop it. Fire, 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 zap. Probably could have just kept shooting you, not wasted the stone. Like, consumed the stone completely. That's alright. Okay, our target of 4 for spellcasting has been reached. So just wanted to confirm that Sandblasting now generates no hunger. Not that it was a big deal before, but, you know, nothing is better than Slight. And... now, we do have some interesting spells here. Lee's Rapid Deconstruction can actually deal a lot of damage. So, you target a wall or a brittle monster. So, ice, bone, wall-like substance, as well as anyone you petrify, and it explodes them. It shatters them. It does huge damage, and it's an AoE that does damage. So, anyone standing next to a wall takes big damage by doing this. This used to just destroy the wall outright. Now, I don't believe it does. I think they changed it so you can't make holes in walls using this, but it still wrecks people. Failure chance of 21%. I'm betting if we were to take off our ring mail, 10% failure chance. And it's kind of tempting to go around as a pure spellcaster here. We still have a base 8 armor here, which isn't bad. We are getting currently 5 from just being a gargoyle, and that's going to continue to improve. Maybe we go around like this for a bit. Now, if we're going to consider that, we'll pick up Petrify as well, and we can always amnesia this later on. What's interesting is... if you petrify someone and turn them to stone, you can then explode them with rapid deconstruction. So if we're going to do this stuff more regularly, so even without armor, you can see our failure chance is kind of a little high. We might want to just go back to studying earth armor, or earth skill. And I think that'll be the case. I'm going to turn off fighting and armor again. We're going to go back to pure earth magic as a focus. That's just Pykel Slaves, not a big deal. Keep stopping before it. Hello, Trog, Rue. And a ruined door. So this is probably Crazy Yusuf or whatever. Which should be okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll open the door. He's got a Cloak of Invisibility. Interesting. He's 1 tile away. So I'm just going to Stone Arrow him. Boom. And then Sandblast him. There we go. I was going to say, he's got a Cloak of Invisibility, does not. I didn't realize we picked it up right away. Nice. We're going to put that on. So we can drop the old +1 cloak. Oh, we don't care about the robes. Why are we auto-picking up robes? I guess they're like, well, you don't have any armor on right now, so clearly... yeah, or actually I'm being dumb. I should at least wear a robe, because it doesn't impinge my spell casting. But yeah, we're going to do some swaps back and forth here. Impinge, impede, whatever. So now that I've got a robe of invisibility, I can evoke it. It does have a 71% chance of failure right now. So the question is, are we going to study evocations? We do have a -1 on that. My instinct is to say no. I don't know, Ash, if we are fully bound, if we are cursed with jewelry, then we will get a bonus to researching evocations, and then it might become something to consider. But certainly not right now. So it's nice. We can actually change what we're doing defensively between our armor, like the robe and real armor, and we probably will. Right now we do have the AC 11, which actually isn't too shabby. I mean, this is 23 points of combined defense power right now, compared to, we had like the combined combined 23. I think we had combined 27 at some point during our last run when we were like after finishing Lair or something. So now it helps being a gargoyle, of course. There you go. I'm still not really looking to Stone Arrow too much, although here I will. What's my key for Stone Arrow? It's a C. So let's set up a macro. So that's tilde key M2. We'll redefine this to ZC dot. So now if I hit 2, I will Stone Arrow, except apparently the range is still... The Stone Arrow range is better than Sandblast, but still not great. There we go. So I think it's like 1 extra tile we've got right now. I think it can go up by 1. May as well wear the boots. Now we might want to consider cursing some of this stuff. Oh, we can drop the leather armor. I guess it was auto-picked up because we weren't wearing anything. Fair enough. We could read more of these scrolls. Now, we already have a god, so we don't really have to read for the temple. When do... Can you get Lair as of 6? Dungeon level 6? I don't know. Jackal zombie, so we'll just throw it at you. Throw, Stone Arrow, there we go. So I think it's interesting because I think we will, in fact, end up being pretty good with melee weapons later on. Especially if we find a good one. So that's Ash, we're okay with playing a generalist. Now, I'm betting that orc isn't alone. I bet you it's an orc pack over there. Now, we might be able to handle that. Stone Arrow, good. But we'll be a little cautious here. A little hungry, but we got some flesh. Man, this range really is kind of crap. Oh, you just blinked? Really? You have high EV, so... You're like the ideal defense against our spells. Oh my god. Die already! Oh my god, you just blinked again. Am I out of rocks? Okay, well then we're stone arrowing a lot. I'm picking this up. I guess we are consuming some with our sling as well. Ijib the Twisted. Now, Ash warns us. She's wielding a dagger and carrying a wand of flame. That's amazing, because I was going to say, Ijib spawns with a wand, although you don't know what she has until she fires it at you. I didn't realize Ash... Like, she's all about extra knowledge for us, which is awesome. And in this case, she lets us know that it's a wand of flame. Which, I mean, we don't have any flame resistant, but it's a lot less scary than some other things we might face. So, I'm just going to go ahead and stone arrow you. And kill you. Alright, and we're now level 10 there, which is good. Getting a little bit of transmute. Like, again, the first couple levels of everything is cheap. It's probably worth doing for Petrify. Now, Petrify, because it's a sort of save or die spell, that is actually something that getting more power would be nice, because we'll be able to do it much more consistently. I will go and turn on Transmutation. We have a -2 there. I think it's probably still fine. Whoops. It's probably still fine to get as many as, like, 4 levels over here, and it'll still be relatively cheap compared to other things. Yeah, there we go. Show me the skill cost again. So you can see the next level of Earth Magic is going to cost 9.2. The next level of Transmutation is going to be 1.4. So yeah, we'll get a few levels of that. I think it's going to be best to keep the petrifications going on. And we have another Transmutation, right? Pass Wall. Although our Pass Wall success rate's pretty good. I think the power might affect how far you can go. Or no, there's like a prep time. It's something like that. I don't know if power changes it, but there is a prep time to casting it. It's not a really good instant escape. Okay, we got 50 stones. Did we just drop the stones, or did we really fire that much at the imp? So I just want to wake these guys up. Get in here. Actually, if you're alone. Fling. hit. There we go. Fling, stone arrow, good. Fling, stone arrow, good. Sandblast. So we got like 3 range bands that we're really playing with over here, which is a little bit peculiar. I'm less concerned here. A wizard could be annoying with invisibility and whatnot. I mean, a priest is very dangerous. More mutations. Game's giving us enough mutation potions. It really wants us to play. This is a lot less scary than it would be on someone else because we can't be poisoned. There you go, a little transmute over there. Fling, fling, stone arrow, good. Now, our stone arrow is generating some hunger. Quite a bit, actually. It's nice and quiet, though, which is nice. Oh, alarm trap. If we get to the point where we have no choice but to go through it, it's going to be fine. The level will mostly be empty. Okay, we're done exploring, so it doesn't matter. Okay, down a level. Let's go ahead and read some scrolls here. The Stack of 2, Scroll of Fear, Random Uselessness. I don't think Ash will ever sort of auto-identify scrolls for us. Holy Word. Racked with Pain. Alright, that's fine. Teleportation. Okay, so we're going to pop up. We're going to wait for that to happen. Boom. Okay. It's kind of good for now. We would like to find enchant armor, enchant weapon, but on the other hand, we might just want to wait until we've got like better options here. Again, Whip of Freezing, not very impressive. We'll eat some rations. I'm going to back up to the stairs just to be safe, but I think we're going to be okay. We'll sandblast you and get some corpses. You should be fine. Again, we're going to look for sandblast. We can stone arrow you here, except that we miscast it. Whoa, that might change things. Okay, we get the kill there, which is good. These guys will have reach and things, but I think... Okay, there's too many of them. Do you like the little happy face? That's Ash there, letting you know that there's something over there. So we're just going to pop up here. We'll take a different stair. Sure, one we haven't explored before, that's fine. Get some extra vision over the dungeon. The nodes should spread out a bit. Do you like this? So it's fantastic. So we bounty of information. The bounty information is a few things. So this is something, it starts with the radius of 0, but increases with piety. So detecting curses, detecting items, detecting traps, detecting monsters, detecting terrain, portal detection, partially identifying some things when you pick them up, and identifying monsters' equipment. So we know there's something there. We don't know what it is. This might be a good case to like, let's try the scry, just to see. Shit, that's pretty good. So we know that's fine. There's also a buckler down there. So it's funny because there's no line of sight. I wonder if the scry gets progressively smaller. Same so far. Yeah, I'm going to want to wear the buckler. Oh, there we go. Just ran out. We're going to do that, and we're also going to, right away, because this is like a very minimal skill investment, buckler, we're going to set a skill target. It's just going to be 4 skill points to get away with all the penalty from wearing a buckler, from both like spell casting and whatnot, which is still okay. Iron Wand of Scatter Shot is actually, again, easy to defend with armor, but it's nice that we've got an AoE. So over here, I don't think, with full mana, we should be fine. Stone Arrow, Sandblast, Stone Arrow. Yep, no problem. And at this point, it's not... Being a Gargoyle is not making much of a difference for us. Other than, you know, obviously we've got the boost to our stone proficiency, but really, I mean, it could be any other kind of spell casting kind of race, and I think we'd be feeling pretty similar. We have less AC, but we're not getting hit that often. I'm going to keep boosting int. Again, I'll probably target about 20, and then we'll consider strength because it's likely that we're going to start packing heavier and heavier armors at that point. And then int does improve our spell casting chance as well. It's just a question of, with higher strength with heavy armor, then it's going to be about minimizing the penalty to EV. Because for purely minimizing the penalty to spellcasting, I think the int boost might still be superior. So you're out of range for a Sandblast. Do that. Fire at you. Stone Arrow. Sandblast. Good. Just keep trying to mix it up. Did we hit? We did hit a spellcasting cap. Or target. I mean, a fair amount of hunger and things, but it's mostly okay. I'm sure we're going to want more spellcasting, but I don't think we need to rush that. Because it's sort of more of a convenience and staying power than immediate killing or immediate, you know, durability. Look at that. A ring of poison resistance, which we auto-identified thanks to our abilities. And we don't need to use because we are Gargoyle and we're immune to poison. Which is going to make some of the branches... Like, the Gargoyle mid-game is going to be so strong. How strong is it? It's so strong, even I might ascend as a partial spellcaster. I also like that we can wear everything. Over here. So, how are we doing on Scrolls Remove Curse? We only got the 2, and I don't think these items are good enough to necessarily just randomly curse. Protection from magic? I would love to put that on. Now, that's a good enough item, I would say that it's worth cursing. Prot magic? Yeah, we're not going to be in any hurry to go and replace that. So we're going to use our ability to curse an item, and we are going to curse the Ring of Protection from magic. Boom. Now, we need to have 2 items, 2 pieces of jewelry cursed to be able to get partially bound for the skill bonus. But I think we do get a piety bonus for every piece of cursed equipment that we wear as we wander around here. Auto ID Torment for us. That's nice. We know there's a monster around the corner. Probably it's fine. Yep. Too bad we didn't get a corpse. Okay, the priest is dangerous because we do have 20% less XP per level. So I'm going to wander back for a second. And just temporarily, I'm going to... Oh, I guess I got to use Shift X for this one. I'm going to put an exclusion on this area. We will go and clear those. I'm just not going to rush it. Let's say there's going to be a little altar over here. Fling, fling, fling. Ooh, a little bit of lag. Sort of screwed up my hit sequence here. Luckily, not fatally. We're still really good on stone, so Sandblast is still doing great things for us. There we go. We know about the Curse Ring of Net Loudness. Again, Curse Ring's not so bad. Loudness, pretty bad. Wizardry, as a staff, gives us a bonus to all spellcasting, right? Increase the ability of wielder to use magical spells. I mean, I think we're okay right now, but that's very tempting. Now, this is an other staff, which means if we were... If we were to curse this, we would have Ash gives us a bonus to spellcasting specifically, which is very tempting. Now, I do need to remember, because I think I was describing this wrong, and I think I may have been thinking it wrong. Ash, when you're bound and you get a bonus to a skill, I believe it's just giving you a flat bonus to a skill as opposed to giving you an aptitude bonus to learn that skill. Still not bad. You know, of course, if it's cursed, we can't swap back and forth. So I was like, oh, do I wear the staff and then swap to different things? The thing is, the staff is going to be two-handed, right? Or no, it's not. I can wield the staff and the buckler. Now, it means I can't swap over to my sling, but honestly, the sling's maybe a little less important now. That 4s. If I go and relabel F to... Oh, sorry. Adjust I, F to A. So now I can swap between my staff and my sling. So you can see 10% on Petrify versus 4% on Petrify. Now, not everything needs it. Although I think it does, is it going to show up over here for spellcasting? No. It might also decrease the hunger from things. So the problem is I don't have range, right? I can't hit this guy with this. Although, I could try to petrify him. 53% chance. Did not work. But then I can just shoot him. Using my no hunger spells to finish that off. He didn't drop a corpse, so I will eat a ration. I don't know. Is that another remove curse? Good. Hello, Shadow Imp. Die. Is there an invisible creature here? Now, Ash will give me the ability to see invis, I think. Although I don't have it now. Something but do no damage. Is it an unseen horror? Yeah, the way it's dancing back and forth, it must be an unseen horror. Which means it has really high EV. Okay, we did hit it. Took a few tries, especially being invisible, but we did hit it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go and be spamming Stone Arrow and Sandblast. The range is just poop. I suppose, I mean, I can alternate back and forth between my stuff, and that'll be okay. So as I need more spellcasting, I just switch to the staff. But it means I don't curse it. Like, I was taking it a little bit more test run here. The more cursed you are, the more Ash supports your skills. Right, so I don't think the bound status was doing anything before. Hands are not bound, you're not bound and armored, really. So now we are. If we had a second piece of jewelry, then we would get a boost that way. Or if we cursed our armor. Probably what we're going to want is medium armor to be cursed. If we curse light armor, then we can get a stealth and dodging bonus. If you curse medium, then you get an armor and dodging bonus. I'd probably prefer the armor bonus rather than stealth. Although the interesting thing is, I do have stealth +2. I could be training stealth here. But I don't think that's what I'm looking for. Zap, zap, zap. And I could get more spell power with my Wand of Wizardry. There you go. Fling, fling, fling. Sandblast, sandblast. Done. So we reached our 4 level with Transmutation, which is going to help with the Petrify, especially if I start putting on the armor again. And actually, there's an interesting thing. I could put on the armor and then wield the Staff of Wizardry and probably be pretty consistent with my spells. There's the Temple, which we will check. Just, you know, for completeness, but we don't need to worship any of these gods. We've already found our god here. There we go. Yes, no. Partially explored, good. I guess I was spamming it too quick. I didn't realize I was interrupting my own exploration here. You're hungry. Boom. Leave some corpses behind. God damn it. You can see the passive mappings happening, because now we've got, I guess it's still the bounty of information. It's this over here, which now includes the occasional spotting of terrain. Single orc is fine. It's the orc priest, so I'm going to drag you over here. Not so much because I think we're going to avoid bringing anyone else to the party, but it means I can break line of sight with the orc priest when it shows up. Not that it has yet. Fling, fling. War Axe of Electrocution. Thanks for the warning. A wizard is kind of okay. Now I could move back to not be surrounded here. But I don't need to quite yet. No mana. Sandblast. Now he's a lot scarier, and he's got an Enchanted Whip as well. And I have no mana. Hope he's going to close to me. There we go. Into Sandblast range. Good. Rest. You're fine. Fling. Sandblast. Rest. Okay. Uncursed Whip. That's not particularly exciting. Cursed Enchanted Whip. There's a thing. If I wield a whip, will it not auto-identify things for me? Maybe that's later. Because it could be maybe not terrible. But probably it is. We'll see if it auto-identifies later for me. There we go. Hunting Sling, although it's moved out. I suspect we can probably undo this, because I bet you they've been wandering around. But we'll wait. Sandblast. Wait, wait. I wonder if the type of thing that's on the face tells you anything about the difficulty. Okay, I suspect these orcs were the ones that were wandering around, and so this is not a thing anymore. And even if it is, we can take... Yeah, no. Hell, we'd have Happy Face Vision probably would tell us it was there. Okay, so far so good. Earth magic is still being studied right now. Does it need to? I mean, if we put the armor on, then yeah. How are we looking with the ring mail here? 118712. Yeah. And then the chainmail, which is even more intense, right? We can still sandblast like crazy. Everything else becomes all of a sudden incredibly unlikely. Because the ring or the chainmail has a 10, doesn't it? It's a 15 encumbrance. Oh yeah. So we get a huge variety of penalties. Our EV even drops a lot. I mean, that's 27 total. But I think we'll put on the ring mail. We're still at 27 total, although admittedly less AC. I'll drop the chainmail for now. I'll keep the robe just in case. But yeah, our spellcasting isn't actually that bad. Now, the Petrify is... I don't think we need to rely on petrifying people right now. The deconstruction at 7% is perfectly fine, I think, for the occasional explosion. Stone Arrow, we don't rely on it anyway, because mostly people move within range for the Sandblast. So I'm kind of okay with all these being where they are. So I'll turn on Fighting and Armor and Shield. Oh no, Shields we've already reached our cap. So Fighting and Armor for defensive stuff. I suppose we could continue to develop some kind of offensive skill, including the idea that I'm going to probably want to, you know, beat people to death with maces and flails later on, but perhaps for now we can leave this be. I actually have something that's Conjuration? Stone Arrow's Conjuration. You know what then? Let's go ahead and turn on Conjuration and set a target of like 4, because it's going to be super cheap to get, and will help our Stone Arrow. I'm going to focus it for now. It's going to take 2 seconds for us to go through our Conjuration to that point. That's a lot of kobolds. And some of them will shoot at me, but... Okay, let's just go up. Finish you off. Excellent. Level up. And we'll take another stare at this point. But yeah, that was not an encounter I was scared of. Especially, oh, we're up to 28 defenses now. Okay. Let's try another stare. It's a little unpleasant. The lag made... I hit the key a second time. Oh, interesting that the scorpion moved away. I feel like this is very killable. Wow, we one-shot the ogre. So, here's the thing with the Sandblast. Sandblast. It does, again, ludicrous damage. It can do 2d20 damage at max spell power, which we're not that far away from. Right, look at this. So 2d20, it can do up to 40 damage in a single hit. The thing is, if something's got armor, armor applies a lot to it. But ogres, not very armory. Conjuration level 2. Fling, fling, zap, zap. Longsword of Special Lovers. Drain. So when I unequip it, I will get temporarily drained from my skills. In the meantime, though... RC... Stealth, Strength, in... Like, it's actually pretty goddamn good. Although, then I wouldn't be using the sling, because I wouldn't be able to toggle my weapons back and forth. That is pretty cool, though. Let's identify you. Agility. Identify you. Curing. Magic. Might. And cancellation. I'm not going to wield it. The drain just makes it too much. If it didn't have drain, then it would be a great little utility item for us. But it does, so it isn't. Hello, Wyvern. It'd be nice to have airstrike. Now, you'll probably breathe at me, but you're poison breath, right? Yeah, you're fine. You might have been a little bit more armored there, but... Phantom. High EV. Not really armory. There you go. Easy kill. Well, trap detection. Resist cold. I mean, I'll put it on. But I don't think I'm going to curse it. Alright, priest can be a big pain in the ass. Die, good. Rest, rest. I know I'm near starving. I'm hoping there's a corpse here. Yeah, good. 51 HP. Can hit for 14. Yeah, these hornet zombies are so much scarier than it feels they should be. There you go. We got you, though. I'm trying to avoid using Stone Arrow for the hunger part. Hello, Kobold. Good. Dagger Distortion's a little scary. I'm happy you couldn't actually melee us with that, because it can teleport you to, like, the abyss. Apparently I win the rock throwing race. These hunger ghosts are kind of annoying, but not actually that dangerous. Now you're going to want to range me pretty hard, so we'll just hide around the corner and wait. Boom, boom. Okay, there's our target for Conjuration. Makes her Stone Arrow down to 3%, which is nice. Gives it a little bit more power, too. And again, this is while wearing some armor, which I like. Dragon Armor in particular is going to be super, super nice. Fling, fling. Look at it. 2, like, shot. This is unskilled +0 hunting bow with regular stones, not bullets. Slings are a death machine at low level. Things don't have that many hit points. And being able to hit things from range are really good. Okay. That sword is really tempting. Let's see. We did get some more Identify. So, yeah, we've still got some potions to ID. So let's keep going while we got these potions. We got Haste. All right. Do we have anything we could just drop here with these? No. We'll keep carrying this stuff. That's fine. It's not like we're at our inventory count. I probably can just drop the robe at this point. I don't see myself taking off this armor. We could conceivably still switch to robe if we found something, like, insane. But yeah. If I want to grab the piety up a lot, I could just curse a weapon and then uncurse it later. But, you know, you only have so many scrolls of remove curse. So let's make sure not to burn through them yet. If we find a shop with a bunch of them, that would be so nice. Okay, nothing there. I love the little scattered vision, though. Where's the other staircase? There it is. Hornet is one of the scariest monsters you can face, honestly, regardless what level you are, because they hit fairly hard, don't they? Yeah, up to 18. They poison and can curare you to slow or paralyze you, but of course we're totally immune to all poison. Therefore, I'm not scared at all. There's one aspect where being the Gargoyle does make a pretty big difference. A lot of what we're doing is just regular spell casting stuff. And honestly, it's not like the Earth Elementalist is the strongest of the Elementalist start. Fire's probably the strongest, mostly because of Conjure Flame. It's such an amazing defensive tool. Escape hatch in the ceiling. Oh, that's neat information. Lots of monsters in there. Okay, well, we'll back up here, because that's a lot of crap. All of it pretty squishy. Water Moccasin can hit fairly hard, and does have pretty hard poison stuff as well. But, again, a lot less afraid of that stuff right now. All that stuff, I'm thinking, is it lair? 8 to 11. I mean, we're definitely in a zone where we can find lair. Deft. Fling, fling, fling. Sandblast. Maybe. There you go. I think we miscast one. I don't think you can ever get to 0% chance of miscast. I think there's always a chance. Kill all you. Killer Bee. Again, without the poison, they're a lot less scary. But they still like to, yeah, go in big groups. And they are hard to hit. They don't have a lot of hit points, but they can be hard to hit. Prince Ribbit. This, I don't know about. I don't know if I want to deal with this. We do have the Wand of Acid, Wand of Scattershot. We don't have a Scroll of Teleportation, though we do have Fear and Blinking. There's a staircase not that far away. I think what I'm going to do is walk around this way to stand on the staircase. Now, the Gnoll will be a little bit annoying because he doesn't go adjacent, although, as it turns out, I'm happy that didn't happen because now he's not going to get dragged up here. I can just stand on this and do this and this. I'm tempted to go immediately back down this staircase, but I think not. Although I was going to say, there was still some fear around some of these. We'll drag the Shaman up, or... Did you read a Scroll of Summoning? You bastard. Now, the summons won't follow us up the stairs, and they will go away at some point. Still, like, look, we're taking some serious damage here. Uncursed Whip. But it's not magic. I don't want to go back that way. I want to go to this one, right? If I Shift X and square bracket down, yeah, this one is where we spotted and killed a few things, then wandered around some more. Fling. Stone Arrow. We'll invest in some more serious attacks. Sandblast you. Whites do carry enchanted stuff. They're not of a type we care about here, unfortunately. So that's probably another white coming around the corner. Hello. Now, Flail! That's interesting. Possibly the Morningstar. I mean, I know they're cursed. As long as they're not cursed, like, negative points. There you go. That one's not cursed at all. If we go and wield the uncursed one. Oh, it's a flail, so it's not... +3 is pretty good. I mean, we don't get the info on these. +3 fails pretty good. I mean, whips, maces, flails. It doesn't have a brand, though, and that's really what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm going to keep just Hunting Sling for now, but it's good to have some options. Now, they can't open doors, so I could just leave them in here. But I kind of feel okay with fighting these guys. You got a whip draining? Now that's very tempting. Now I don't remember if draining enemies still gives you less XP. I think it might. Did I? Yeah. Wield. I don't remember. Unwielding this... Oh, does it give me a penalty? It might, actually. No. Not... Okay, it's items with drain. It's like artifacts of the drain tag, not weapons of draining. Right, okay. Because I would have gotten a warning there. I probably would have gotten a warning for putting it on in the first place. So we do have to put a cut in here, which we're going to do momentarily. Finishing that off, which is good. Still, the choice of weapons, since none of them have a defensive bonus, and most of them just whipping things from range, I'm not... Or slinging things from range. I'm still kind of happy with just training up some fighting and armor for hit points and a defense boost, depending on what our base AC is. I don't know what our base AC is currently. I think it's base AC of worn armor, so I don't think that the Gargoyle bonus and any magic bonuses makes a difference. So it's whatever the base value is. So not the buckler either. So +1 from the cloak, +1 from the helmet. So it's a 3rd from the boots, a 4th from the gloves, not the +1, and then so 9 over here. So for every point of armor skill, I think you get a 4% boost to your AC. So you do a division to find out how much armor skill you need to get +1 AC when you've got 9 base or whatever. Thing is, we're going to end up with more base AC, I think, because we're going to wear some heavier stuff later, but maybe not infinitely so. Let me double check here. So the armor skill... by a little over 4%. That's not helpful, Wiki. I want, like, armor math. I think... Okay, hold on. There's a... Beam will do this for us. Whoops, not annotation. In here. If we go something like... Armor... 9? AC 9? 2.44 armor skill per 1 AC for 9 base AC. There we go. Thank you very much. So... we can do something like... So, 2.44 times 3 is 7.32. Just trying to find a nice number. Times 4 would be 9.76. So we could stop at like an armor skill of... Oh, actually, we can put in decimals in here. I forgot. So if I said something like 7.4 for our armor skill, that would mean we'd be getting a net 3 bonus AC from this. I mean, there's other incentives to having an armor skill because I think it reduces some of the penalties and things like that for more cumbersome armor, but I'm not wearing that much armor. So we could do that and then focus on something else. There's still the idea of I'm probably going to do some weapon stuff. It partially is going to depend on what spell books we discover. You already know all available spells, so we haven't even found another spell book yet. So we'll leave it here. We're going to see what happens next time. Thanks for watching, folks. See you then.